I'm John Clayton. Thank you for joining me on today's bass tips and bass lesson. I thought that we'd talk today about how to position your left hand when you're playing the bass. Especially with the left fingers, there are a couple of things we want to keep in mind. And that has to do with our finger positioning. We've discovered through years of experimenting and doing all kinds of growth in the bass world that keeping our fingers, by and large, horizontal versus any kind of vertical angling or other kind of slanted angling is going to allow you the most effective methods and manners of playing the instrument. So we want to keep this idea of our fingers kind of facing in a horizontal way no matter which string you're moving to. So let's say I'll just play a few notes on the G string and watch what's going on. Incidentally, my thumb is about there in relationship to my fingers. So let's swing the bass back around, let it rest on my body, and now I'll go to the next string, next string, and the next string. The string length of a double bass is so long and so large that even though I've got long fingers, I can go like this. I can go. But you can see if I do that, just look at the tension that's created here. Instead of having to deal with that tension, watch now. That's much more relaxed, and it feels relaxed versus having to do that. I can spread my fingers that far apart from each other, but that's much more relaxed. So when you're playing the bass in this register of the instrument, on most instruments, you'll want to use, for instance, I'll play the open string, G, and then I'll play with my first finger, the A flat. With my second finger, I'll play the A natural, and then with my fourth finger, I play the B flat. Right now, I'm playing the B flat, but all fingers are pushing down. All fingers are touching the string. So I'm not playing the B flat like this, keeping my fingers in contact with the string. That makes life a lot easier in the long run, because now if I'm going to do something like now all my fingers are really close to the string, and or they are touching the string. Now if I'm going to play an A natural, I don't have to bring my finger to the string to play the A natural. Instead, I just have to lift up my fourth finger, like that. Now I only have to lift up my second finger in order to play the A flat, etc. So what's going on with the thumb the whole time? Well, we have our thumb kind of also in this parallel to the fingers horizontal positioning, so that our fingertips can now play the notes. When I move to a different string, my thumb moves with me. So it's this kind of motion with my entire arm. Take a look at my thumb. I'll kind of swing around so you can do that. Okay, watch my thumb. Let's watch it from this angle. Same idea. As importantly, we've got this blood flow that's open. So if I let my elbow, and this is really important, if I let my elbow kind of drop down and play that way, freeze, look what's going on. We've got this strange little arc, this little thing that impedes the blood flow here, versus more strength that way. So I try, when I'm playing, to keep my elbow, instead of drop down in this position, my elbow there, I allow my elbow to kind of come up a little bit, and now I've got this blood flow nice and open that we talked about. It's going to give us more strength. So now when I play, I'm thinking about my elbow up so that this is nice and straight. I don't want my elbow up so that it's uncomfortable. All right, I want my elbow up only so that it's comfortable, keeps my wrist straight. And then when I go to another string, watch what happens to this whole area of my hand, my wrist there. I'm going to the next string, next string, next string. So now you can see, since the E string is so far away, I go ahead and allow a little exception to the rule. Just allow my hand and with my entire arm and my elbow to adjust to reach the E string with ease. Let's look at it from this angle. Makes sense? So that's what's going on with the whole elbow, fingers parallel I always think of my fingers as sort of parallel to the horizon, this way. The rules change when we get into the upper register. Because when you get into the upper register of the bass, you don't have your thumb behind the neck anymore. Now your thumb is going to be on top of the neck. You can do that technique anywhere, actually. You can use your thumb in this register if you want to. But by and large, when you get into this register, your thumb is not going to be behind the neck and play notes that way. Instead, your thumb is going to be on top of the string. So it looks like this. That's when the rules change. And we'll talk more about playing in this register of the bass in another bass tips video. But this allowed us the chance to look at how to position our left hand when you're playing the double bass. Thank you for joining me on my bass tips today.